So Toastmasters, my speech tonight is on decision versus instinct. I want to show you two brains. Okay? And then I'll reflect back on this after my speech, okay? So we got two brains, both look pretty similar, right? Don't they look similar? They both look similar. Okay. So, follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. It's a fork. Now what must I do? I have to make a decision. And we know most of the time when we make decisions, we're not in control. We act on emotion, sometimes negative, out of anger, hot-headedly making a decision because we're angry. Sometimes we do it on impulse, like instinct. And then sometimes we just pull an idea out of thin air, a bright idea, and wonder, how do we do that? Wish we could do it like that all the time. Follow the yellow brick road. We have yellow brick road experiences all the time, which means we do things because it's the norm. We get up, we brush our teeth. That's normal, but we have a choice. We don't have to brush our teeth, but we do it because it's the yellow brick road. It's the norm. We get in our cars and we go to work. It's the norm. We don't have to drive the car. We have a choice. We can catch the bus or we can walk. But the norm is to get in the car and drive to work. Those are yellow brick road experiences, but they're still decisions. Easy to follow the yellow brick road. But when we get to the fork, what do? I want to explain, share with you what I learned in studying for this speech, and that is neuroscientists have gotten together and they want to know, how do people make decisions? How is it done? So what they've done is they've done tests on individuals, and one of the tests they've done that I'm going to try on you guys tonight. So I want you to imagine that you're putting on your MRI cap, and I'm your neuroscientist, and I'm doing a test. We will play the ultimatum game. That's why you have your yellow sheets of paper. Now the game goes like this. I have $20, and I have the option to offer you part of that $20. Okay? Now, if you accept this $20, we both walk away with money. But if you reject it, neither one of us will walk away. So, I have $20, and I can offer you whatever I like. But you also have the choice to accept it or reject it. So my offer to you is, I will offer you $2. Will you accept it? If you accept it, write accept. If you don't accept it, write reject. Give you a moment to write your answer down. And then I'll explain. These two brains look alike, right? One is a dog brain and one is a human brain. Okay? The bottom part of our brains are made just like a dog brain. And the anterior insula is part of the lower part of that dog brain and is responsible for negative emotions. Anger, sadness, disgust, The humans are made a little different. They have they call it the human cortex that sits on top of the dog brain. And the human cortex is responsible for decisions, planning, deliberating. And the two collaborate in order to make sound decisions. The two compromise in order to make decisions. The two struggle to make decisions. And depending on what part of the brain, depending on how you choose, the MRI will show what part of the brain you use for that decision. So what I did, I asked you if you would accept or reject it. How many said they would accept it? Wow. How many said they would reject it? Just one.
I would try and negotiate with you.
There's no negotiation.
Oh.
That's how I explained it. So, and I should have explained that. So what that means is that the people who chose to accept the offer chose to use the top part of their brain because it's better to walk out with something instead of nothing. The people who chose not to accept it used instinct in order to make that decision. Because when people explained why they chose not to accept the offer, they thought it was unfair. And they thought, well, why should she walk away with $18 and I only walk out with $2? So forget it, then I just won't walk away with anything. I'm not losing anything anyway. But that means that they use their lower part of the dog brain. So so I want to let you know that the top brain is the dog brain. The bottom part was the human brain of the picture. But they look just alike. So in conclusion, I want to encourage you and inspire you to give yourself time to think before you make decisions. Give yourself time to deliberate before you make a decision. Plan ahead. Make time. Don't always not have enough time to make a decision. Make that time for the decision. Give your mind a chance to collaborate so that you can make sound decisions.